best kids. They're getting ready to march in a celebration of Pittsburgh's diversity. Officer Pat Laney has worked hard to get them all lined up for this event, where Mayor Caligiuri has proclaimed this day Heritage Day to be celebrated with a parade. WPXI was there en masse. Cameras, microphones, personalities, and umbrellas to bring you the exciting scenes that follow. The third annual Heritage Day Parade in Pittsburgh, a relatively new institution that's gotten going here in the last 3 years, and we hope today it'll turn out to be a super parade. City of Pittsburgh, Motorcycle Police and Color Guard, hey, let's hear it for them. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brashear High School Bullet Band, directed by Mr. Kazurinsky. Ladies and gentlemen, we're really pleased to have the Grand Marshal of our parade next. Isn't it nice to have an ethnic parade with a mayor named Caligiuri? His Honor, Richard Caligiuri, Mayor of the City of Pittsburgh. And in the white convertible, Jim Scott and Roxanne Stein, News Center 11. Come on up, Roxanne. I need help pronouncing all these ethnic names. Barbara Boston, ladies and gentlemen. Faye Furillo on Hill Street Blues and her good-looking son, Jesse John. Jess, good to have you here, my man. Charleroi was never like this, Barb. Well, yes, it was. Ladies and gentlemen, Jane Crawford and Hank Bachman made it. They did not melt. Good to have you here. News Center 11 was never like this. And here from Saturday Night Live on NBC, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Kazurinsky.
Hi, Tim.
Good to have you here, Tim.
This is a homecoming for Tim, too.
Yeah.
Is it always rain to make you feel at home?
Yes, just for you, Tim.
Johnstown weather.
This is Johnstown weather, you're right. I hope someday, Timmy, you come back to Johnstown like Jimmy Stewart came back to Indiana yesterday. Isn't that something? Yeah, good to have you here, buddy.
I'm going to have to wait till I'm 75.
Yeah, no, don't wait till you're 75. Okay, let Tim out. Let's hear it for him. Tim Kazurinsky. Ladies and gentlemen, the first of our ethnic groups participating in our Heritage Day Parade now are the Bulgarians from West Homestead. And boy, aren't they pretty.
What colorful outfits, Don.
There are 4 generations represented in the folk festival with the Bulgar group this year. Ah, listen.
I lived till I was 13 years old in Bavarian. Went to Ross Straver High School, and then my family moved to Florida, but I came back to go to college at Carnegie Tech.
Okay, and then your role as Faye Furillo in Hill Street Blues. How's it been for you? You've seen that you've developed the role a great deal since the series first went on the air, haven't you?
Well, because the series has been on for 3 years, and because, you know, you have to keep going, it has developed, yes.
Do you feel a lot of your personality in Faye Furillo?
No, I mean, I'm not like Faye at all. I've never been divorced, and and I generally don't walk into my husband's work and demand that everybody listen to me. On the other hand, I'm a sort of straightforward kind of person. My children say that they get endlessly embarrassed when I tell waiters that I'm getting bad service or something. So, I don't know. You know, some people say whenever you do a role, as long as I've done this one, obviously I've brought a lot of things of myself to it.
Okay, thanks, Barbara, for talking with us today.
There are two baggers, there are two masted ships, there are two-fisted men, and now there are twofers. What's a twofer? A special sale at a special store for men, Anders, the store where famous brand and designer clothes are discounted to begin with. But if you buy 2 items of clothing at Anders, you get discount on top of discount. For instance, suits, 2 for $129. Sport coats, 2 for $79. Slacks, 2 for $19.90. Imagine famous brands and twofers, too. Anders, we name names.
Now, when you get your pictures back from Photomat, you also get free Photomat bonus certificates. Save them up for all kinds of free gifts, like free Konica cameras, free camera lenses, free tripods, free camera bags, free binoculars, and lots of other free gifts. But get started now. Otherwise, you might just miss the boat. Photomat bonus certificates. Start saving now.
Ladies and gentlemen, of all of our proud ethnic groups in Pittsburgh, our Polish group is proudest of all, evidently. They look at this morning, don't they? Representing the Polish Falcons under the direction of Leona Kozlowski, Father Pindell, as musical director of the Pittsburgh Polonia, brought the group here today to enjoy the parade. Polish marching band is coming, too. Look at that good-looking group, huh? On a Kenworth semi, ain't bad. By the way, on our reviewing stand is the national president of the Polish Falcons, Bernie Rogalski. Good to have Bernie here. Aren't those beautiful costumes? That's pride. On the float is a Polish wedding with song and dance. Weddings in Poland are everywhere in the world are joyous occasions. The costumes represent various regions of Poland. These are the Polish Falcons. This is their pretty little float and pretty little gals with it. Polish people for years have been very interested in developing minds as well as bodies, and of course, the eagle, the falcon, is a symbol of Poland. Pretty good-looking kids, aren't they? Tumblers.
Watch this, Don Riggs. Look at this, Don.
Ah.
Oh,
Try
my.
that, Roxanne Stein. Try that.
You and I can try that, Don, okay?
Watch. Ah.
Okay. Roxanne, this is a revision in the Irish groups.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Nice round of applause for this. Who remembers Sokals? What do you mean remember them? We still got them.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay.
Junior Drum and Baton Corps, Tarentum, Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen.
And the rain seems to be holding off.
That thing is being held hostage, did I tell you? In Bill Cardill's dungeon until this rain stops.
Well, so far it's stopped. And it doesn't seem to be bothering these girls in the least, Don. Turkish Americans are making their way. Don, you can pronounce the name.
Well, I can try. The Turkish Association of Pittsburgh is not a very large group, but they are quite welcome in our parade. The group today is led by Saki Oguz and Alev Kokagalu. It's a small group and a good group. The Turks in Pittsburgh are professional people mostly. Doctors and lawyers and engineers and professional people. And my, aren't their costumes nice?
What beautiful costumes. We welcome them to our parade today.
You bet, you bet. Ah, listen. Turkish Association of Greater Pittsburgh. Very interesting dance.
Tim, it's a pleasure seeing you back in Pittsburgh.
It's great to be back. I used to come here in the late 60s. I went to Pitt, and it's at a fraternity house across the street from CMU, the big flash cube. And many of my 60s drinking days in Pittsburgh.
Are you seeing lots of old friends this weekend?
No, actually, no, because I flew I'm also from Australia. I flew my mother and sister up from Australia, so they're back in Manhattan waiting for me to get back. So this is the old in and out. So I flew in just for this quick visit.
What are you doing in your off-season of Saturday Night Live? Now that you're not taping any longer, what will you be doing the rest of the summer?
I'm rewriting. I have 2 movies at Paramount. I'm primarily a writer and not a performer. I'm waiting for the world to find out, hey, that guy's not a performer. I have 2 screenplays at Paramount that I'll be rewriting, hopefully for production in the fall, and rewriting a new one. starting my 5th screenplay.
So Tim is hoping to be known as a movie writer and not as a Saturday Night Live repertoire player.
Yeah. For now, though, Saturday Night Live pays the rent, and it's fun, but I want to write and direct later.
Thanks for talking with us today, Tim. Have a great weekend in Pittsburgh.
And thank you, Roxanne Stein and Tim Kazurinsky. Isn't that a couple of good ethnic names? Oh, hey, we just got word. The Hero Sandwich is on the way, kids. Stand by for Kids Fest. You're going to eat good today. This is the Heritage Day Parade from downtown Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's Turkish America. As they say, stay tuned.
You better head in. Yeah, sure could use some coffee. Yeah.
Thanks. Terrific coffee. Yeah, what kind is it?
Master Blend.
Is that supposed to cost less?
Uh-huh. It only tastes expensive.
Master Blend, a delicious blend of beans we roast and grind a special way so you can save money. Master Blend, it only tastes expensive.
You're looking at a marvel of automotive design. Every part state-of-the-art. The powerful Pennzoil-Penske Indy car. Roger Penske built it for reliability. It takes the skill of Rick Mears' Indy car champ to handle it. And when his engine's turning over 10,000 RPMs, he needs a motor oil engineered for reliability to stand the strain. Pennzoil motor oil for top engine protection, whatever you drive. Protection you can rely on. Pennzoil.
Roxanne, this is one of the most interesting groups in the Pittsburgh area. The heritage of the American Indian is the oldest in our land, and the Council of Three Rivers, the American Indian Society, is a growing and proud organization. Each year, you're invited to a powwow that people can come to. It's in the last week in September, this year, September 21st. Near Hartwood Acres, near Dorseyville.
I bet not too many people know about that, Don.
No, they don't. And it's a wonderful place for you to eat fried bread and good Indian ethnic food and to see some wonderful crafts by American Indians, not just the Seneca Nation or Onondaga, but all over. So the Council of Three Rivers American Indian Center is a fascinating place. And these people's traditions are just absolutely fascinating still. Listen.
Enjoyed that, Don. Did you notice the reaction?
The crowd loves this. They should. Wampum, the Deerskin leathers. While they're dancing, it's interesting to think about our country and its heritage as far as the idea of our country was the idea of a separate but equal federation of nations is an Indian idea, and we adopted it for our Constitution with the relationship of our federal government and the states, separate but equal. That's an Indian idea. It goes back to the Seneca Nation and the Prophet Lake. Long, good Indian idea that actually we stole to build our nation. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Council of Three Rivers Indians.
You know, the people close enough to watch this really closed in around the American Indian group when they started their native dance. That's really something.
It is.
They really appreciated it.
All right, Roxanne, get ready.
Uh-oh, I'm hungry too, Don.
Get ready. Get
and
out.
We've got to get Mayor Caligiuri over here.
Get out all your ingredients, gang. Here comes the beginnings of the sandwich. Oh, look at this. Oh,
if
my
you have
God.
a big appetite.
Well, let's see. The Koreans are going to fill their part of the sandwich, which is 12 feet long, with bulgogi, which is a shredded beef that tastes very well. Oh, look how decorated and nice it is. Isn't that nice? The Irish are going to put Irish sausage in their sandwich. Stew, okay.
Oh, an Irish stew in
Irish
the sandwich.
stew, yeah, no. The Scandinavians are going to put a Norwegian thing called longang in their sandwich, which I've tasted at the folk festival. It's good. Rusins will probably put stuffed cabbage, which will be good. The Bulgarians will put the kebabchita, the ground meat and pepper salad, and that'll be great. The Hmong Society, meatloaf with vegetable dressing. The Italians, meatballs and sauce. The Vietnamese, roast pork and vegetables. Philippines will be putting adobo, which is pork and chicken cooked in vinegar. The Greeks will have gyro. Yay, Greeks. The Chinese, Polish will be putting kobasi. What else? You know, Lithuanians will put deshra, the Lithuanian sausage. The Chinese will be using probably, what the heck will the Chinese put in the sandwich?
Egg foo young.
Egg foo young. Yay, Roxanne. And the Hispanics will be putting a carne machada.
What's your favorite, Don?
My favorite's all of them.
Mayor Caligiuri?
I intend to eat a piece of every one of these little hoagies, John. And after that, we have an Alka-Seltzer in Italian called, what is it? Brioschi, that's right. So I'm sure we got to have lots of bottles of that, but it should all be very good.
Oh, we'll all be very full, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the city's finest bands. Here is the Carrick High School Band.
They are terrific, Don. I remember how excited we were that we were getting them in the Heritage Day Parade. They're just terrific.
Not many bands are still organized at this time of year. They send their uniforms away to the cleaners, and that's it till fall. But Carrick came through. Bless them.
We're glad they did.
We've got a lot of Pittsburgh's Irish community here today. John Gavin is the Irish coordinator. John Weber is the Knights of Equity Court 9, Daughters of Erin. This group is the American Irish Republican Army. Thomas Corbett is its leader. The Irish community have many dance groups. The Irish Center, of course, teaches Irish dancing. The Irish Dance Ensemble is our first group here. Nice-looking lasses. Ensemble. Pat Folan and Bruce Foley are on the truck. The Blarney Stone dancers, Maggie Foley and Sally Folan, who would be Michael Folan's daughter, the Irish Hour on WPIT.
And look what's coming around from behind the truck, Don.
Oh, my goodness.
What a
Look
cute
at these
little...
kids.
Oh.
Are they neat? Look at this.
And they're dancing for us, too, maybe?
They're all sons and daughters of Thomas O'Donoghue. Oh. Irish eyes they are, and they're smiling this morning. The Irish Center, we mentioned, is an important part of Irish cultural life in Pittsburgh, along with the Gaelic Arts Society. The Gaelic Arts Society is very important since it embraces all kinds of Irish history, ethnicity, performance, culture in every way, and both religions. Dr. Charles Robshaw was for years a teacher of Gaelic and also in the Irish Arts Society, and as well as Michael Folan and others.
And we have a little more Irish dancing, too.
I love this. step dancers.
Did you say they were high-stepping lassies, Don?
Oh,
They
yes.
terrific?
Indeed they were. Well, let's have a nice round of applause for Pat Follen and the Irish musicians.
It's a world of new horizons. It's a world so tantalizing where M&M's sitting with friends and making plans. You're playing hard and moving fast, but M&M's like a good time blast, and M&M's melt in your mouth, not in your head. All the world loves M&M's. The pure milk chocolate joy for everyone.
M&M's chocolate candies. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Something's happened to Anna's Good Seasons.
You could taste all the herbs and spices.
Anna's Italian dressing never tasted so lively.
Anna's Italian never had all these herbs and spices. New improved Good Seasons. Now you can taste the onion, garlic, sweet bell pepper, all the herbs and spices better than before.
Still tastes the same to me.
What? Delicioso. New improved Italian. Now more than ever, a little Good Seasons has a lot more taste.
Try new classic herb, too.
We're able to get you some very interesting shots of this great parade today, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the help of what we call a tulip crane. Our camera one with Garland Neville is on our tulip crane. The Performance Lighting and Production Services of Pittsburgh have provided that for us. And the Gaelic Art Society is represented now with all of their banners. The Germans call them Standards. I suppose there's a Gaelic word for the banners, representing various groups and areas in Ireland. The Art Society is interested in everything Irish, historical, cultural, and all, and sponsor each year a wonderful program of events to which the public is cordially invited. The Irish Teamsters Local 249 are also represented here. James Mullen. The Irish Center Dancers, Kelly Sack is their coordinator. And the Gaelic League of Pittsburgh, Brian O'Neill and Linda Schwab are responsible for that. Don McNamara is responsible for our Gaelic Art Society participation.
And appropriately following the Irish group as they come into view, Pat Finn and Midge Hill. A little bit of Irish in both of them, I think, Don.
Yeah, in fact, you're right, Roxanne. Pat Finn, of course he is. But Midgie Hill.
I think
our Midge is Irish and Croatian, yeah.
Right, exactly. And notice how as Pat Finn approaches us, the rain begins to fall.
I wasn't going to say anything about that. And here's a report on the sandwich. Uh-oh. The chefs from Pizza Hut, who are carving it up for us, have told us that it's almost all gone already. Do you believe that? 170 feet long? Into view now, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you can hear him coming. This is the Thunder Herd, Junior Drum and Bugle Corps, Sahara Temple No. 2, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Good-looking bunch.
terrific chicken and rice. Terrific chicken and rice. Terrific chicken and... Where's the rice?
Not so terrific, Mrs. Lamont. It came out wrong and took 25 minutes.
Should have used minute rice for perfect rice every time in 5 minutes. Minute rice always turns out right. So light and fluffy and...
Delicious.
Perfect every time. Now your dish
It's going to be perfect in 5 minutes.
Minute rice. Perfect rice in 5 minutes.
Now, the sale that cuts your floor covering cost in half is Presot Carpet Warehouse's biggest ever half-price sale.
Half price?
Half price on many national brand installed and do-it-yourself carpets. Half price on the largest selection of remnants. Half price on no-wax vinyl sheet flooring. Yes, at Presot Carpet Warehouse, you'll find half-price savings on more carpet, more remnants, and more vinyl than anywhere. So cut your floor covering cost in half during Presot Carpet Warehouse's half-price sale.
John, while we have a minute here, we ought to thank McDonald's for their courtesy bus they provided us today for the parade.
Yeah, Jim Delicati's Big Mac bus is here, and we're just delighted. It's a wonderful place for our NBC stars to go for a minute.
Coming into view, Randy Waters, Dee Thompson, News Center 11 Sports.
Randy Waters is here with his bumper chute folded up. That's what I like. Good guy won't melt. Another one of those pretty white convertibles, the Dodge 400. Lou Casing and the Chrysler Corporation have supplied those, and we're just delighted. The Vietnamese are in our parade for the first time. All the colorful flags are here.
The Vietnamese group is symbolizing a wedding procession.
Which is very interesting. Vietnamese weddings are in some ways the same as everyone else's wedding, except there are certain traditions. Notice they're bringing food.
And you can see some people carrying gifts, as we see right here.
Often meat or rice, sweet rice, and so forth. And two persons carry the bride's dowry to a bridegroom house. Ah, Carpatho Rusins, God love them. Again in our folk festival. The Rusyn Folk Ensemble, Andrew Cavalli is the director of that group, St. Nick's Church. Aha, and a performance. Oh, they're going to have halupkis in the sandwich. Great.
It's cabbage stuffed with rice with ground beef, and doesn't it sound great?
Oh, man, yeah, I got to try that.
We have a car full of News Center 11 people approaching us, Don. Deborah Facina, Lauren Mann, John Cross.
And they've been in the car long enough that they've developed a whole second generation of children. How did that happen?
I believe I see Rachel Tibbet and John's daughter, Ann.
This is one of the newest ethnic groups in Pittsburgh, the Caribbean Association. Trinidad, Tobago, nice parts of the world. Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana, the Caribbean Association. And a steel band, too. A wet steel band. La Fiesta, the Hispanic group in Pittsburgh. La Fiesta, Hispanic.
Don, the dance they are performing is translated as called the lizard. And when they're smashing their hats to the ground, they're killing a lizard on the desert.
Oh, Roxanne, you are just ethnic city today.
You know it.
The moisturizers really work. Dove leaves your skin feeling smooth and velvety, feeling like sunshine.
We asked women across America to give up their ordinary soap and take the Dove 7-day test.
Soap leaves my face feeling dry, and Dove left my face feeling soft and supple.
Dove is 1/4 moisturizing cream. It can give you softer, smoother skin in 7 days.
Dove is a luxury. I look forward to washing my face every day.
For softer, smoother skin, switch to Dove.
There really is a moisturizer in there.
Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, tastes great.
Remember your first Kool-Aid stand? My brother made sure the whole neighborhood knew about ours. Today, my kids are in business.
Super fruity flavors!
We make Kool-Aid unsweetened with just the right amount of our sugar. Costs about 1/4 the price of soda, has vitamin C.
The whole block loves it.
Just like when I was a kid.
Kool-Aid is the one for kids.
Kool-Aid brand soft drink mix.
Coming into view now, one of my favorite groups, I Campagnoli. It was started, oh my goodness, almost 20 years ago now by Lorenzo Malfatti. Larry Richards, Joe Negri got together and said, we must have an Italian folk group in Pittsburgh.
Let's watch.
And that is not tied down. That is not a circus trick, ladies and gentlemen. She is balancing that for real. Let's hear it for her. The Organization of Chinese Americans is next in our Heritage Day Parade. Roxanne, I don't know about you, but did you ever see a wet dragon?
I think we're going to right now, Don.
Ah, here he comes. Aha! A Chinese dragon, and they've been dragging that all the way down Fifth Avenue. Stella Athanasiou is here. Can the Greeks be far behind?
I don't think so. I think they're coming right up on us now. The Greek Orthodox Diocese of Pittsburgh. Another colorful
All
group.
those little Greek kids know how to dance Greek
yes.
dances, too. Greeks are extremely proud of their heritage and extremely fond of dancing. Give them a bouzouki and they're off. Pittsburgh's wonderful Greeks, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Stella Athanasiou. You want to go first class, work for Channel 11, Vicky Rogel, and Joe Bell, and there is Erin Rogel.
Vicky's daughter. Oh,
Isn't she
Erin's
pretty?
so cute.
I want you to notice something. Pittsburgh's Lithuanians have 3 convertibles the same color as the Lithuanian flag. Huh? Nice touch. You know Lithuanians, when you go to the University of Pittsburgh each Christmas time and see those lovely geometric designed straw Christmas ornaments that are so beautiful with the Lithuanians. Here's one of the newest groups in Pittsburgh, ladies and gentlemen, the West Indian United Club of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Home of the Calypso, Limbo, the Steel Band, Viragi, all of the good stuff, Antigua. Roxanne, this group is also a relatively new group in our parade, the Hmong organization. Look at these costumes. Aren't they pretty?
Since 1975, more than 53,000 Hmong refugees have arrived in the United States.
There are about 56,000 Cambodians who have come here as a result of the crocodile that's eating their country. Nice. Aren't they beautiful people? Wonderful people. Aha! The Croatian Catholic Union of the United States of America is in this parade, and they're surviving very well,
Yes,
thank
they
you.
are.
Dobra bala.
They were founded, the group was founded in 1921, and there's 140 Croatian lodges in the United States and Canada. There's 20 of them in just western Pennsylvania, Don.
This group is called Mirage, and belly dancing is quite an art form. In many ways, you can think of it as a showbiz thing or something dirty, but it isn't. Belly dancing is indeed a Mid-East art form in Egypt and Turkey and so
And
forth.
it is very, very difficult to do.
Okay, Mirage. Mirage. Mid-East belly dancers.
Okay, you guys at the table. I'll make the chicken.
I'll make the potatoes.
Stovetop stuffing.
Stovetop. My team likes potatoes. Want a bit? We'll make both. Okay.
Luckiest catch. Hey, stuffing's terrific. Sure beats potatoes.
I know. Pass me some.
No one's touched the potatoes. I noticed.
Stovetop stuffing instead of potatoes. And try delicious stovetop for beef, too.
When we throw a barbecue Texas style, I give it my all. Ribs, chicken, and gallons of sauce. These Texas-sized stains are part of the territory. Ugh, grill grease. I'll give this my concentrated all.
Used regularly, all out-cleans the leading detergent on greasy, oily dirt.
A clean like this says my whole wash is clean.
We must do this again.
Not too soon.
Give it your all with concentrated all.
In Pittsburgh are an old group and a fine, respected group.
Oh, happy anniversary.
This is the group called the Alpen Schuhplattler und Trachtenverein. Means the Alpine Shoe Slappers and Costume Club. They're one of the original Bavarian groups in Pittsburgh. Now here's some of the Schuhplattler, the Shoe Slappers. This is the Millvale group, the Luftigen Eisertaler Trachtenverein, named after a city in Bavaria. Bavarians have fun, don't they? And here come the Magyars, Pittsburgh's Hungarian community. Big round of applause, folks, for Pittsburgh's Hungarian community. Alex Bodnar.
And let's give a warm welcome to News Center 11 reporters Brenda Waters and Judy Ferdig.
Hey, good-looking people.
You stayed pretty dry, Judy and Brenda.
Come
you
on
didn't
out.
get too wet.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at these lovely costumes and these handsome people. There are now in Pittsburgh about 3,500 Koreans. Their performance this year, I think, will be in martial arts because Koreans are experts at karate.
The best is yet to come, maybe. The Iron City Beer Wagon, and look who's on board. P.J. Maloney, Bill Cardell, Bill Lucci, Dave
John-
Kelly and Jim Scott,
John Christian, Jack Essel.
and Sarah Esso, along with her daddy Jack.
Let's have a nice round of applause for the fellas on the beer wagon.
Don, is it your birthday?
No, but they had to sing something. Now here's the Shamahang Society of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's Filipino group. They're doing an island dance with coconut shells. Oh, is that great?
I've never seen anything like that.
Oh, I've never seen that kind of tradition. Well, that's the end of our parade. The third annual Heritage Day Parade in Pittsburgh. This is Don Riggs on behalf of Roxanne Stein and all of us at WPXI. Thank you, dear people, for coming out on a less than sunshiny day and honoring Pittsburgh's great diversity. We appreciate you coming, and we hope that next year, WPXI and the city of Pittsburgh will join forces again to bring you another even better Heritage Day Parade from downtown Pittsburgh.
4 songs in a row without interruption. B94 FM.
It's kind of embarrassing when you're sitting there and somebody else hears your stomach growl. And, you know, they know you're hungry. So I'd grab a Snickers and eat that on the way to class.
Snickers satisfies you.
Keeps your stomach busy and lets you get back to your train of thought.
Packed with fresh peanuts, peanut butter nougat, caramel, and milk chocolate.
Satisfies you.
Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
It satisfies you hungry. What more can I say?
Official snack food of the 1984 Olympic Games.
Now, the sale that cuts your floor covering cost in half is Presot Carpet Warehouse's biggest ever half-price sale.
Half price?
Half price on many national brand installed and do-it-yourself carpets. Half price on the largest selection of remnants. Half price on no-wax vinyl sheet flooring. Yes, at Presot Carpet Warehouse, you'll find half-price savings on more carpet, more remnants, and more vinyl than anywhere. So cut your floor covering cost in half